A 3875 FB Bighorn fifth wheel just came in here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Bighorn has always been one of Heartland's flagship lines. It's always been one of the lines that they hung their hat on. They've always been very proud of these, and it really does show. Some of the very highest end features found in fifth wheels are available on this today. For instance, this has a easy 6-point leveling system like you'd expect from something like a bus style motorhome. You're going to find these very cool looking frameless flush windows here. These are standard item. Now, one of the neat things is that your seal actually is under the window pane instead of outside of it. That helps keep the sun away from it. It helps keep these not only looking great, which they obviously do, but it helps keep them from sun damaging the seals for a much longer period of time. You'll see that this has both a high gloss exterior skin as well as front and rear caps. The rear cap adds a couple extra inches inside, which is one of the ways they were able to get away with the rear sofa instead of rear chairs. We like to add the receiver hitch on the back so that you can bring along bike racks. Notice little things like this has a metal license plate holder instead of plastic. Just small things like that to me add up, because those plastic ones can get sun-baked pretty quick and they can start to crack and get brittle. You don't have to worry about it. I see little things that really impress me, and this is the small stuff I like. These little rubber jobs here, it's nothing fancy, but what these do is they grab that slide seal right here. So whether it's going in or out, and it makes sure it forces it to move the right direction, because if it's not facing the right way when the slide is in or out, you can run into leak issues. And it's the small things like that that really add up to a lot of quality and longevity over time, because you don't have to worry about those little things. This has the biggest water heater available in its class, so you can take longer hot showers and more of them. Outdoor entertainment center here. We have both the CD stereo setup as well as the outdoor TV hookups. Now notice you have this really cool rubber diamond plate down here instead of carpet. The underbelly carriage here, this is heated. We do like to make these cold weather capable, and that extra insulation also makes them more hot weather efficient. You see we've got the big D-rings down here so you can really tie down some big cargo. And in a cool little thing this year, they moved the control panel for the leveling system here on the door side, where it's a little easier to get to. I thought that was a smart decision. 4 entry steps so that you don't have to take those big hiking steps up and down. If maybe you've had some knee surgery or hip or back surgery, you're going to really enjoy that extra step. It's going to make life a lot simpler for you. What's great is the interior in here is absolutely fantastic looking, but it really is the bedroom and the bathroom that make this one really stand out to me, but we'll get there in a minute. First thing I noticed when I walked in is they completely redid their ceilings in here. This looks just like a house. I could absolutely see something like this, say, in a cabin or in someone's kitchen. It's got a very neat, almost like beach house type feel. I really, really like it. And it's something that I've never seen in an RV, and it instantly set it apart. Now, upgraded solid surface counters, residential hardware here in the kitchen. These are all things that are standard you expect from a Bighorn. Gigantic 12 cubic foot refrigerator freezer. If I open this up, you probably won't even be able to see the whole thing in one camera frame. It is literally twice as large as the standard refrigerator freezer found in RVs today. We did upgrade this to a convection microwave oven. You'll notice all of your cabinetry in here is true hardwood. One, not just your door panels, but this right here, this is actual stained wood. This is not a lumber core with a wrap. This is all real hardwood, exactly as what you would want to find and expect to find in your own kitchen. Storage is not a concern in this one. Every single inch of this thing has been utilized. Look how deep these drawers are. They're as deep as the sink. They're almost as deep as this walkway. And you see that this top one's compartmentalized for utensils, things like that. Even the back side of this island is pure storage, and it's on the proper side of the island where you can get to it. I've seen some manufacturers put all these storage doors on this side, and that's not going to do you any good. But notice, they didn't even leave this flat panel. They still put raised paneling on this side just to give it a very complete look. They never missed an inch of this. They paid attention to every detail. You are going to have to deal with, though, like only a, what is this thing? Like a 46-inch TV or something giant like that. This is a big Samsung high-def flat screen. Now, below it, we have an electric space heating fireplace that can help heat the cabin area without burning your propane. And then you have kind of a hidden desk area. Check this out. And so I found an easy way to do it with one hand. If I pull that drawer out, you see that this whole thing comes with it. You have a gigantic office desk area that you can tuck away when you're not using it. And they were even smart enough to include a little power outlet right here to keep your tablets and your laptops running. As I mentioned, this has a rear sofa. Now the advantage here is a lot of people like the recliners in the back, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's still very popular. But if they don't leave enough room between the recliners and the slide-out wall, you have to turn the chairs, stack the chairs, you have to wrestle with them. And these big recliners are residential grade. They're very heavy. You know, if you're a little bit older, I wouldn't expect my grandmother to wrestle with one of these. You know, I might be able to manage as a younger guy walking around here, but the typical owner of this, that's a pretty tall order. So now you don't have to worry about that. And it is a sleeper sofa. You'll also notice they, again, put extra power outlets on both sides. Now, a cool thing I'm seeing this year is these Mcd Roller Shades. These windows already have an 80% UV tint, and it's like an automotive tint. I can see out, but they can't see in. However, you have a cool little day shade and a separate night shade. So, you know, and they're on an easy roller system, very easy to operate. You don't have to worry about retying strings and tensions and things like that. They just work. It's a lot easier. The twin recliners here, obviously very plush. Again, residential grade, something you could put in your house and be proud of. And it's these kind of things like the fixtures above the dinette. Again, it's something that is kind of really passed down or taken from the Class A bus market and is now finding its way into towables here. And as far as I know, Heartland did it first. I saw this happen, this kind of stuff happen in Heartland fifth wheels before anybody else. And they're going standard with the little two-person dinette with a pair of folding chairs that you can pull out whenever you need them. It's a really slick setup. Now, it's kind of buried behind the refrigerator and the bathroom door, but you see you have a gigantic floor-to-ceiling pantry here. Now, this big Max Air fan that we have right here, that's way too tall to reach. Well, they thought of that. They put little wall controls on so you can push a button and operate that. And they did the same thing here in the bathroom. Where'd my switch go? Oh, right here. So you can turn your fan on, you can lift the vent open and closed right here. Now this that we're in is actually the guest bathroom. This is just an extra little half bath. But you see they didn't skimp on anything. We still have a porcelain stool that is foot flush versus plastic. You see that we have another gigantic linen closet right here, right when you walk in. Now what's cool about this bathroom is twofold. One, it's on ground level, so you have lots of extra clearance. You'll notice they didn't cut corners. They used the same solid surface materials through the whole fifth wheel. A lot of fifth wheels in this class, you'll see them use the nice stuff in the kitchen. Then when they get out of the kitchen, hey, how you doing? I'm in here. Sorry about that. When you get out of the kitchen, they tend to use the cheaper stuff. But this is also right next to the entry door. So if all your slides are in, you can still get to this thing. That's not an issue whatsoever. We're actually walking past yet another closet. This is what I call a coat closet. It's right next to the entry door. That's where your master control panel is hidden away nicely in there. Your control panel for the power ceiling fan I showed you in the kitchen areas here. Very nice setup. Now we have a sliding pocket door which closes off a middle bedroom. That's one of the more unique aspects of this floor plan, is that instead of a front bedroom, it has a middle bedroom. And it's actually a really smart design because it helps keep the slide directly off the tongue. When the slide out is directly on the very front of the trailer, that adds a lot of extra pin weight. And these fifth wheels are getting pretty big nowadays. So this keeps some of the weight back and keeps it a little more on the axles and gives you the most residential walk-in bathroom I have ever seen. I absolutely love this up here. And as if the rest of the coach wasn't cool enough, this is just the cherry on top. Giant closet here can be used either as storage or you see those little plumbing fixtures over here. This is set up. You could put a stackable washer dryer in here. It's all prepped and ready for that. You're going to have to see me again. There's no way around that. I apologize. Anyway, moving on. Just imagine you're my wife and she has to look at this every single day. Poor lady. Although I don't feel bad for her because I got on one knee and I asked her, I said, would you please marry me? And she said yes, so I guess that's kind of her fault. Anyway, moving on. You've got the handy little latch system here. It's a little dark. I apologize if you're having trouble seeing that. Now, you've got the front wardrobe closet that goes all the way through. And what we're looking at here is the Dyson handheld vacuum system. These things are light and they are awesome. They work so well. They're rechargeable right here in the camper. That's why it has its own plug. They're very slick. I'm thinking about getting one for home. I love the vanity setup in here. Sorry about that. Whenever the camera hits a big period of light, it goes a little dark to try to compensate. And again, you see the solid surface countertops used throughout. And we are not hurting on countertop or storage space. And one last thing is the giant residential walk-in shower with seating area. That's something I've found to be a very hot button item with a lot of folks. If you have knee or back problems, again, just like those entry steps, a lot of people like to sit while they bathe so they don't have to worry about sleeping. Let me just give you the quick other direction of the bedroom here, and then I'm going to wrap this up. It is worth mentioning also, the one that we're looking at, this color scheme is called Remington. That does not necessarily mean this is exactly what the one looks like that we have in stock. We sell a lot of these. When they come in, I like to put a nice big long video like this together to show you how they look and all the neat new things about them. But the fabrics might be a little different color. I try real hard to make the pictures line up with the actual unit. But if you have questions, do not hesitate to call. We are here to serve. The number is 800-256-5196. Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Thank you, everyone.